Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank y'all for staying with us. We appreciate everybody that stayed with us through this late hour. The time is 9:05 here on the East Coast, and my co-host is fussing at me like she normally likes to do, but that's cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody that's staying with us. 804-402-2893 to be down with us here on Legacy Internet Radio. We are, in fact, the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. All right, listen. A couple of things I want to get to real quick before we get on out of here. The first thing I want to get to, I'm getting this one from news1.com. I want my co-host to jump on this one first.
I bet you do.
Yes, I do. I got this story about Christian conservatives that placed an Obama figurine in a urinal at a conference. A figurine of a smiling President Barack Hussein Obama was spotted in a men's urinal at a GOP Faith and Freedom Coalition Road to Majority conference on Friday. The Huffington Post Igor Bobby, who was attending the conference at the Omni Sherman Hotel in Washington, D.C., spotted the figurine and shared on social media. I saw a photograph of it. I don't know if this article actually has one. I don't actually see it in this. I don't see it in the story. But what do you think about a Christian group that has a photograph or an ornament of the President of the United States in a urinal in the men's bathroom? What you think about that?
I think that's really. I think there's, we already know that there's a lack of respect for the president. But now you get your lack of respect from your Christian groups, and this is why some people are backing out of the church. Little stupid things like this, it just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me.
First Lady, what you think?
I mean, I agree with SY. They've always, since he was sworn into presidency, even when he was running, they were showing him disrespect. So, they're making figurines, ornaments, wrapping paper, KKK hoods with his face on the back. I mean, they're always gonna disrespect him. So, I mean, I'm not surprised about it. It doesn't matter what kind of ethnic background did it. It was done because even some of the pure black folks don't like Obama, don't care for him. So again, it's not all just the white people, it's the black people as well. But as far as how do I feel about what they did, I'm not surprised. So I don't feel any type of way. It's disrespectful, yes, but
I'm like,
they're gonna take it down.
Let's get a grip, people. You may not like it, but it's too damn bad. He is the president of the United States. So you have to deal with 8 years. Count the years that I had to deal with. Okay? You just have 8 years to deal with. Get over it. The man is the president.
Do you guys think that he's the most disrespected president, or do you think the people who say that are being sensitive?
No, I think he is the most disrespected president.
Of course.
I don't hear this stuff happening with no other president.
And
but
again,
they also,
if it did happen to any other president, it was kept under
yeah,
wraps,
they cleaned it up.
Kept it, before it even get to the public back in the day or to media this present day before President Obama. So again, what you said as far as disrespect, you have a lot of people who still don't call him the president, who still don't acknowledge him as being the chief of the United States of America. So again, I mean,
get over it, people, please.
I mean, but they're not going to get over it until 26. They're not going to get over it.
You might as well. There's nothing you can do about it.
I mean, there's nothing that you can do, but then you can't say that because there's crazy people out there who will challenge what you say.
I mean, I understand where you're going with the challenge, but the man is the president.
I mean, yeah, he's the president, but you still have people out here still. Now they're bringing the N-word back where you could just say it whenever you want to and just apologize.
No, you can't say it and apologize to me.
That's to you, but I'm telling you.
Well, the thing with the N-word is that our people make it so easy to say that when it's said, it doesn't carry the same kind of negativity and weight that it would have in generations past.
But Marcus, let me just say something to you, and I hear you speak on that a lot, but also you have to look at nowadays who is really using the term to a very, well, it's negative anyway, but it's now the newer generation. So again, we have the newer generation who is really using the word very strong and not even understanding the true meaning behind it. So again, how do you get to those? Again, those are the ones who should have been witnessing Dr. Johnson's speech as you were, So again, how are you going to change the newer generation from stopping to say that everything in their music that they listen to is there? Again, we're not really worried about our age and older, because you even got me and Grizzy to back off saying the word. So, not saying that the younger generation is not teachable, but, you really got to us. Now, again, the younger generation, where everything you turn on now is in this, in that, I'll kill your end to get your B. So how are you going to fix it?
The only way to fix that.
It's not going to be fixed.
Yes, it can be fixed. It can be fixed. When we go out now, all the little baby boomers now, your children that are growing up, you need to teach them. If you don't know, find out. You need to teach them, because if you teach them their history, and you teach them to respect themselves, and you teach them to go for everything they have the right to have, to fight for everything they have the right to have, they're not going to allow the next person to say nigger, because they're going to know where it came from.
But I understand. But right now, where the generation that we're in right now, it's almost like the kids are only 4 years younger than their mother, or even if they have a father in the home. So right now, for the lack of intelligence that the young mothers have right now, we're not going to say the young fathers, because how many, again, of them are in the household now. So the ones that you want to teach this generation now, for the ones, again, who don't have the knowledge to do so, then what? Like in our
they can still be taught. That's what you're for. That's what I'm for. That's what Marcus is for. They can still be taught. I can sit here and speak till I'm blue in the face to a kid about how not to use the word,
right,
about what the word meant.
Right.
Okay? If they're not going to go out and use it, if they're not going to go out and remember it, if they're not going to sit down and think about it and let it sink in, right, they're going to get up the next day or even a month later. Right. They don't even have to catch it at the same moment. But if they don't sit down and think about it, if they don't talk about it to the next person or their best friend or whomever, then that person didn't learn. But what if they did?
Another thing that I also see as well is we also thought, and I'm not going to, I thought us having a black president would also, quote unquote, try to get us on the right track. Kind of let these younger ones, if I can't teach you by my words, look, we have a half white president. If that doesn't put a sparkle in your eye, or
that is not the role of the president
I
of the United
that,
States.
But look at this man. Look where he can be. Look where you can be. So are we teaching them that aspect?
So that's you, me, the mother, the father, the cousin, the brother, anybody else saying, look, you could be anything you want to be.
Right.
We can be the president of the United States.
Right.
So the next thing that we probably won't witness is the president of the United States not only being black,
right, but
being female. But that takes one of us to say that to the generation that's growing. Because the ones that the 80s babies that are out there now,
right,
it's, you got to fight to reach them. They got to want to hear it. They got to want to learn it. But the babies that are growing up now.
But those are the young ones who are pregnated having the young ones.
The babies that are growing up now. You know better, I know better, Marcus knows better. We can say something.
Right.
We can teach something. So that baby knows, I can be the president. His grandmother probably told him where all that was happening around him.
Right.
Son, you could be the president of the United States. You could be anything you want to be. You could be the governor. He is the president of the United States because he absorbed it and he worked for it. Right. Every child is not going to do it, but if we teach, and we teach over and over again, we're going to reach some children. We're going to reach some people that we thought we could not reach. Right. 10% is better than 0, because that's 10% who's going to teach something else and teach something else.
Amen, sister. We having baptismals out at the fountain. Come on out Saturday. Legacy Internet Radio. Out.
I'm going to go dump you outside in the fountain.
Y'all crazy. You know, ask Sterile Marcus. You're keeping with the Christians and some of the craziness that comes with faith. And I'm not picking on Christians because we know atheists, agnostics, Muslims, 5%ers, everybody a little bit crazy. This just happens to be a Christian who's a singer. I'm getting this from allchristiannews.com. This is a singer and a singing group, a Christian singing group, who had come out and said that he's been an atheist for years. He just been singing in this Christian group because he didn't want to tell people because he was making money.
That is the devil.
You know, it's crazy. You know what's crazy about that? This is a Christian singer, Tim Lambesis. He's the lead singer of a San Diego-based Christian group, metalcore band called As I Lay Dying. Confessed that he is an atheist. According to several interviews with the Associated Press, Lambesis said that he became an atheist in college when he was finishing his degree. So you may be asking, why did he continue singing Christian songs? The answer is simple, so that money can keep coming in. If he would have confessed being an atheist, sales would have dropped, which undoubtedly would have affected his income. The Washington Post reported that, quote, the first hint to the fans that something was amiss with his Christian faith might have come shortly after his arrest in 2013 when he revealed on a side project called Pyrithium, which music was decidedly darker than his As I Lay Dying music. Comments on YouTube suggested the band was satanic or anti-religious, so Lambesis did what any embattled artist would do. He donned glasses, grabbed a book, and sat in front of a hearth to explain. Lambesis was sentenced last month to 6 years in prison for ordering a hit on his estranged wife, Megan Murphy. During the divorce proceedings, Murphy admitted that her husband had been an atheist for quite some time. Listen, P, jump you in here first. This dude is a atheist who was in a Christian singing group who admittedly only kept the Christian facade because he was making money singing in a Christian group. I don't want to make this about Christianity. I want to talk about the fact that people will say whatever it is they need to say to make their money. That's kind of what my position is. What's your thoughts when you hear this story?
That the Christian choir is better than the atheist choir. That they don't get no play and no money. But yeah, I mean, with his mindset, I mean, I'm not surprised about that either. You know, he was trying to make his money. He was making his money. He saw the opportunity to use his voice, and just what so happened to be this Christian background, something that he totally doesn't believe in, but he only saw dollar signs. So, you know, usually a lot of people do things for money, and I guess he felt like, hey, if I could just go sing for their Lord and make some money from it and sound good, I'm in there.
I can dig it. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Hakeem's checking in. Hakeem is listening, and Michelle K is checking in as well, just kind of going back on her old comment. She is said that President Obama never got respect from the beginning, but then when she hears this story, she says, what the what? SY, what's your thoughts?
I pretty much agree with Melissa on that. Anyway, yeah, I pretty much agree with her. Oh, y'all got some ugly faces.
It's the only faces we got. She just called us ugly.
You need to add that on your list. That's an ugly face.
Yeah.
It's the only face we got.
Yeah. I mean, I
what
guess
other face you think we're going to be looking at? Or think you talk about?
I mean, we all can't be pretty like S.Y. Butler.
You're right.
When our eyes and our hair making the same expression.
You're right. I'm sorry. I agree.
Because I'm
Next.
happy.
I'm done talking. Next.
You're done talking. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I just want to go on record. I don't like them.
We don't like you either.
You don't have to like
Here's what I want to go to. I got two more things real quick, and then we're gonna get the hell on out of here. The first thing that I want to get to is this damn lady. I'm getting this from the rawstory.com. This is a woman. She must got some kind of Munchausen's or something, because she is known as the mommy blogger. She was arrested last week and charged with murdering her 5-year-old son by poisoning him with salt. According to the Washington Post, she got this weird, intricate web of lies about her son and herself on Facebook. And she basically was poisoning her son, with salt so that she can get sympathy from people in social media, Facebook, Twitter, and the like. So that's why I want you in on this one first, because this one is so freaking disturbing that I can't imagine how anybody, first of all, I can't imagine how you can hurt your child.
You know, honestly, if you don't want your children, there are plenty of people who cannot have babies that would love to take your babies. There's no reason to go out and kill them. This idiot, just for attention, she made up stories. I think she said something about her husband was killed in the line of duty. He was a police officer, or some nonsense story she gave, just trying to get sympathy and making up illnesses that was wrong with her son. And by her ODing him on salt, you know, those were the side effects were what she blogged about. They need to stone her to death. I would like them to stone her to death with little small stones, so it takes a while.
You know, Sterile Marcus J.
That's what she did to her son.
That's the co-host.
That is what she did to her son.
That's the co-host. First lady, what you got?
Hey.
I guess what she said. I mean, I'm nervous now.
I'm going to be in the next Purge.
Really,
Purge 2.
She should be punished. You know, there's a lot of people doing these things, you know, people who go around for donations stating that they have, you know, breast cancer and other things like that. So, of course, when you use things like this for your own selfish purposes or for your own selfish being, then, of course, you know, only bad is going to come back to you. Anybody who... I hate when people use an excuse not to come to work because their child is quote unquote sick, but then they're really not sick. I hate that because I'm like, don't use your child as an excuse. You say you were sick, you know. So to even go to the point as far as killing your child, then yeah, I agree with Sai. You know, it's just some people. I usually don't agree on the death penalty too much unless I really know what the situation is, because you know, taking life for a life, I don't know. But yeah, something, especially when it comes to children.
Can you imagine
something needs to
the
be
torture
done.
that poor little boy felt?
I mean,
just imagine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, give it to her slowly.
Salt in the wound.
You know, Sterile Marcus J. What's up with this damn picture on Facebook, y'all? This picture of this high yellow boy with the high yellow eyes and the high yellow tattoos.
That ugly fool.
You know what? Here's what I want to set up, and I'm gonna set up because there's two things that I want to get to. I want y'all to discuss them, and then we're gonna move on and get out of here with our rants and our closings. But y'all have both seen the pictures of this guy who is his mugshot, light-skinned brother. Everybody is having an opinion on it. A lot of the sisters are finding him attractive. A lot of the brothers are hating, but everybody seems to have an opinion. That's the first thing. The other thing. What the hell is going on with this goddamn Kermit thing? Kermit the goddamn Frog is all over Facebook and Twitter and Instagram with these just asinine quotes with the final thing, you know, but that ain't none of my business. Or what's the phrase? That ain't none of my business, or something.
Yeah, because I know I put up a post today on my IG that says, some of y'all man crush Mondays have man crush Mondays. And I said, but it ain't none of my business.
That is the dumbest thing in the world. See, this is the follower bullshit, though. What? Here's the follower bullshit.
It's just like
here's the follower bullshit. You got all of these people who have all of these comments about a freaking felon because his mugshot was put on the internet by the goddamn police department that put it out. He just happens to be a high yellow dude with freaking hazel eyes, and all of these people all over the world, black women, white women, gay men, all looking at this dude going, oh my God, he's so attractive. Yeah, he's a freaking felon. And everybody's got a comment about it like, it's a mugshot. It would be a mugshot.
Is that the same picture,
it wouldn't even be discussion if it wasn't a mugshot. And so we celebrating this dude in his mugshot. And then this thing with Kermit the Frog, like, where did this come from with everybody's got a comment and all of these weird, ratchet, silly, asinine, dumbass statements with captions with Kermit the Frog in these weird positions with the final caption that says, but that ain't none of my... What is wrong with our people with these what's the word, memes or memes or I don't even know,
Memes,
memes.
yeah.
I don't even know how you pronounce it. So please, someone, I'm 40. Maybe that makes me old. Someone tell me why I should care about Kermit the freaking Frog and this weirdo gangbanger who happens to be a high yellow dude with hazel eyes. Someone help me.
Well, I can't help you because the little light bright,
I'm trying to help her.
I don't find anything worth talking about. I don't find anything worth talking about on him. And I just learned about the Kermit the Frog thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch SY up.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
just
whole
learning
Kermit the
about that
Frog
Kermit the
movement.
Frog thing. And I'm wondering if it's just a pick at the Muppets or a pick at a Muppet, or if it was going to be a pick at the Muppet, they'd be using the Elmo one though, right? Because of that dude,
Right, yeah.
not Kermit the Frog.
Right.
But
You want a BI whose hair drop past her shoulders, but your dick don't drop past your balls. But that's none of my business, though. But I think it all came behind,
I don't know.
Say Kermit spilling the tea. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish with
Spilling
that.
the
Kermit
tea?
spilling the tea.
What is
that's,
that?
That's why they got him sipping on the tea, because spilling the tea means telling the business. But being that the end of the caption says, "But that's none of my business."
Oh, so that's
you know?
like a gossiper, but
Yeah.
that's like don't nobody. You didn't hear that from me, but whatever. What's her name?
Yeah.
Miss Jenkins.
Yeah,
Miss
Miss
Jenkins on
Jenkins.
Living
Yeah.
Color or whatever.
But
Oh,
it just so
okay.
happened, as far as for the light-skinned felon, that all started from, I guess, either a news station that were starting to, just like we do here in Richmond, they put out a list of the felons. So it's called, ours here is called Fugitive Friday. So wherever.
Say what?
Fugitive Friday. So like every Friday you can go on, I'll go to channel 12 and it shows a list of all of the fugitives that they've caught or who have been arrested within the last week, because it's updated
I
every
didn't
week.
know that.
So, but this one so happened that this news station is going to start posting their felons on their websites. So that's how it started. So once the website posted his mugshot, he just happened to be sexy. So again, this came out on Friday. So now we have the new hashtag, Felony Crush Fridays, because how they have the MCMs, which stands for Man Crush Mondays, or
That's what that is.
yes, or
Okay, Marcus, you think you're old?
or either WCW for Woman Crush Wednesdays, or things like that. So again, that's how his picture got out there online. Now again,
Oh, I'm gonna do a SIS. Sharing is sexy.
so again,
You know what's funny that she says that? Because Hakeem says SY is pretty.
I love you, Hakeem.
Oh, that's so sweet. She is. You should see her hair.
Hakeem.
Thank you,
I
Hakeem.
mean, Hakeem.
Yeah, get it in. She likes long walks on the beaches, candlelight dinners. But no, but again, just like we talked about this past weekend, it's only because of the looks. Like I said, if he really would have did something terrible, like killed a child, something like that, I don't think he would have got as much attention as he did.
I don't know.
But because he was just because he was very attractive. I hope some of the stupids
And
out
I
there
don't think
looked
he's
up what he
attractive.
did before they said he was all super fine and started this new trend for him. Because this boy has made a statement in everything. People are trying to sign him to contracts.
Is he fine? Because he got on contacts, y'all.
No.
Contacts.
His ass was.
I heard some news about him potentially even getting, because he got weapons charges and all kinds of stuff. So he's in trouble. But when he's finished being in trouble, there's talk of him potentially having a reality TV show, y'all.
For crying out loud.
This is the world we live
That was
in.
another dumb statement.
This is the world we live in. Reality TV show for the felon who has the misfortune or good fortune of being attractive to some. And now he may end up being able to capitalize on the fact that he's attractive. And some of these people on Facebook and Twitter and social media find him attractive. Next thing you know, they're sharing his picture. They're sharing all of this kind of stuff. And now he may end up getting a reality show in capitalize. Welcome to America. Welcome to America.
So he can do a reality TV show with Phaedra's husband, huh?
Yep. Apollo.
We're
We're gonna call that
But
Fugitive
we
Friday.
talked about Jeremy Meeks is his name. But what about this Kermit thing, y'all?
I don't get the Kermit thing.
Yeah, I don't get the Kermit. I have to actually look up to see how the Kermit phase.
I'm learning
started,
it right now.
It's
I did
dumb.
not even
It's
hear
dumb.
about
I don't get it.
I don't even.
And then to me, it's more than Jeremy Meeks and Kermit. What it is how easy our people are followers. We just jump on the bandwagon of bullshit.
Yeah, all kinds of crap.
Yeah, man. Like what is that? What is that about? Hakeem is checking in. He says that's why he tries not to frequent social media. There were always a lot of idiots out there, but social media just brings him right to your doorstep. I agree.
It does.
You know, a lot of the social media things that I do because of the show, and I do because I like to see internet radio, and you know, and I'm a voyeur. I like to look at stuff. I don't respond to a lot of stuff, but it's like Kermit the Frog memes, and these memes where you see like little Olivia from Cosby Show or Rudy from Cosby, little girls with these just inappropriate statements.
They
it's
take
like,
their
what is,
expressions and
you
just
know,
tear it up.
it just really irks me, and I don't get why they do it. But it speaks to the immaturity that we have in our community, and I think that we need to do better. We just need to do better. Ain't no how Steppin with Marcus. Yeah, all right, we're going to take our final break of the night, y'all. And when we come back, we got our rants and we got our closings for the First Lady and the co-host, Marcus J. Ain't no how Steppin with Marcus J. We shall be back in a moment.
We'll be back.